Okay, so you are factoring in this next lesson, okay? So now, here's the deal. You have spent Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday, right? So you spent 4 days learning how to graph a polynomial. And I gave you a whole bunch of clues. Where's the zeros? What's multiplicity? And behavior. I told you a lot of stuff. Now, I'm kind of switching gears on you. I'm going to say this. Polynomials are easy to deal with if you know how to factor. They really are. Once you can factor polynomials, you're like, oh, these aren't so bad. This turns out to be pretty simple. But if your factoring skills are weak, then your life in chapter 5 is not going to be very fun. So, you learned how to factor in 9th grade, right? You came here, and I kind of reinforced it last chapter or 2 chapters ago. And now I have to bring you to the next level of factoring, okay? The next level is, you're going to do this. Factor by what? Grouping. That's one thing you're going to do today. And factor the difference and sum of two what? Two perfect cubes. Okay. So you have 2 things to learn. And if we can get into the next page, we will. But so far today I haven't. Okay? All right. So factor by grouping is just a process, and here's how you do it. You basically try to follow this format right here. Now, I'm going to try to explain it to you, but this has just letters in it and variables, so you might get confused, but be patient, because honestly, by the time you get to the bottom, you'll be thinking this is so easy. All right. So, watch this. AX plus AY plus BX plus BY. If I'm going to ask you to factor it, you always do what first when you factor it? What do you do first?
Look at it.
Then?
Look
To take something out, right? What?
Similar.
Well, the word is GCF, or the 3 words are greatest common factor. So you will do this. Oh, a little bigger. Okay. So you will basically do something like this. To factor by grouping, you try to take out the GCF, but there's nothing in common, is there? I don't see A's in all of them. I don't see B's. I don't see X's or Y's in all of them. So you can't factor the GCF. So what are you going to do? You're going to factor by grouping. This will only be done if you are looking at how many terms? 4 terms. Do you see 4 terms right here? Yeah, you do. At least I hope you do. So what you do is you group them. Now, what they didn't show you is this. They didn't show you the grouping. This is what they did. They grouped 2 of them. They grouped another 2 of them. And then they picked 2 terms that have something in common. So would you tell me right now, guys, do these two terms share anything?
Yeah. A. B.
B. Okay, so these 2 terms, group them. These 2 terms, group them. You don't have to do anything. You guys, you don't have to do anything. I'm just showing you what they're doing. AX plus AY plus, now what?
BX.
Plus BY. Now remember, they're telling you this is how grouping works. So what you do with the first 2 is you take out the GCF. What's the GCF?
A.
Look, they took out an A. What's left? X plus Y. Okay, you see that? Now, what did they do here? They took out a what? A B. Here's the B. What's left? X plus Y. Okay, so that was the first step, and it's always going to be like that for you. Then they look here and they go like this. Okay, this A times X plus Y plus B times X plus Y. That plus sign separates terms. So this is a term plus this is a term. Now, look at the 2 terms. What do they share? What number do they have in common?
X plus Y.
X plus Y. X plus Y is the same number. So you know what X plus Y becomes? X plus Y becomes the GCF. They take out the greatest common factor and they stick it back in front. Okay, they factor it out, so no longer there. What's left? A plus B. So what's left is A plus B. So they're telling you if you take out the GCF x plus y, take it out, x plus y, put it in front, what's left is a plus b. That is factor by grouping. Now I did tell you this, I did say this, if you don't quite understand what I just told you, I understand why, that's kind of confusing, but when I get all done, will you go back up here and look at this and go, oh, this makes sense. It will make sense later because you'll see. Now let's get started and see what we're doing here. Okay, first, you got to look at it and go and just tell me, do you see 4 terms?
Yep.
Most likely, we have to do this by grouping. Do you see any number or letter they have in common? Is there a greatest common factor right now? All 4 of them?
No.
No, they don't share x's, they don't share 9s or 2s, okay. So we will do this one by grouping. So here's how you start. You know you're grouping, so you're going to group 2 of them plus, you're going to group 2 more of them. Put a plus in between your groupings. Okay, now you can start writing. Then you have to look at it and go, okay, well which terms am I going to put in there? Should I put the first 2 in this one and the second 2 in this one?
Yeah.
But you can only do that if they have something in common.
They do.
So what do these 2 have in common?
X squared.
X squared. What do these 2 have in common?
2.
2 doesn't go to 9. 9 goes into 9, 9 goes into 18. So yes, you could do first and second term and third and fourth term. So let's do it. Okay. Now, what was that first thing I told you to do? Once you group them, take out the GCF.
GCF.
So the GCF in the first one is
X squared.
x squared times what?
X minus.
Okay, the second one, the GCF is
9.
9. Hang on. If the leading coefficient is negative, take out negative 9. Did you hear that? Don't take out 9. Take out if the leading coefficient is negative, take it out. Negative 9 comes out. And when you do it, just divide.
X plus 2.
Yeah, but careful here because you're dividing by negative 9.
Minus 2.
X minus 2.
Gotta keep going.
Okay? Did I confuse you or are you okay?
No.
Okay, now, here's what students don't quite understand. What does the plus sign do? The plus sign separates terms. This number times this number, this is a term. This is just a term. This term plus this term. Okay, you tell me, these 2 terms, do they have a GCF? Is there something in common?
X minus 2.
There's an x minus 2 in this term, and there's an x minus 2 in this term. So x minus 2 becomes the new GCF. So you take it, you put it out in front. X minus 2 times, what would be left if you factored out
X squared minus y.
an x minus 2? X squared what?
Minus 9.
Minus 9. Right?
Yep.
Now, how do you know you're actually right? You could take your answer, you could do what to it to see if you get this. What's the word I'm looking for?
Foil.
You could foil it, and you would get that. I'm not gonna make you do that because that takes another minute, 2 minutes. But I gotta tell you something. Usually you're done, but you're not done.
Is that problem 1 still?
Uh-huh. You're not done, guys. Look at your 2 factors. Is one of them still factorable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
square.
You got the difference.
Boy.
Oh, 2 perfect squares. This one, there's another step. This one actually says, break it up again. So it's x minus 2 times what?
X minus 3.
Minus 3 and x plus 3.
X minus 3 times x plus 3. Now you're done. So if I foil the bottom, this one, if I foil this, I will get that. So these are the 3 factors. If you multiply this times this times this, you get that. Okay, on a hand, just give me a number. 5 is like, this is so easy. Ah, I get this. Give me 1 if you say, 1 means what? I don't get it. I need lots of help. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Okay, ready? Go. Give me it. Okay. All right, you know what I see? A lot of 3s, a lot of 4s. I even see 5s. Okay. I'm not sure if you're really that good, but let's see. Let's see. All right, you ready? Here we go. Whoa. Okay. Let's do this next one. If you think you got it, you can kind of get going if you want, but I'll be honest, I'd be surprised if you're really 5s yet.
Yeah, this just threw me off.
Okay.
A bridge.
All right.
A bridge.
Okay, you ready? Okay, when you do this one, you got to start by what?
Putting 2b with bx squared.
You got to understand it's 4 terms, most likely, nothing in common. Do the groupings. Okay, then you got to pick 2 terms that share something. What about these first 2 terms? Do they share anything?
No.
No. Okay. So you can't group those. So what are you going to group?
Bx squared and 2b.
First and the last one,
First and last, I heard. And what about these 2? Do they share anything?
the 2.
The 2s. Okay. Let's do first and last and the middle 2. But you could have done what?
Bx squared and 2b. The first and third one.
First and third? Yeah, first and third because they share B's. Second and fourth because they share A's. You could have. But you didn't. I didn't hear you say that. So I'll go first and last and middles. The 2 middles. Okay? Is anybody doing this differently than me? Is anybody doing first and third and second and fourth? Michaela? That's it? Michaela, your work won't match my work, but your answer better be my answer. Okay? Here we go. Take out the GCF. X squared. Times. B plus A. Plus 2 times A plus B. I did that quick. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, try to remember what I told you. The plus sign does what?
Just separates
It separates what?
terms.
2 terms. This is a term, this is a term. So you're just looking at like 5x plus 10. That's really what that says. Okay, so this is a term. What do these 2 terms share?
A plus b.
This one's got a b plus a in it, and this one's got an a plus b in it. Is that the same number? Yep. So take out what?
GCF.
A plus b. It becomes the GCF. Then you say, well, if I take it out,
X squared plus 1
x squared what?
or plus 2.
Plus 2. My last question is going to be, are you done?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you factor a plus b? In case it's a binomial. The only thing a binomial can be is the difference of 2 perfect squares. Is that the difference of 2 perfect squares?
No.
No. Is that the difference of 2 perfect squares? No. You're done. You do know what I'm saying, right? When I say difference of 2 perfect squares? I'm saying this. Could you guys factor that? Can that be factored?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, minus in the middle. This one's x plus 2 times x what?
Minus 2.
Minus 2. So if you get this, you can keep going. But you don't have that. You don't even have a minus sign. There's no way you can factor those. Okay, look down. Try the third one. Now this is the third one, and I'm thinking by now, you should be kind of running on your own, all right?
Did we get that right?
Holy crap. Wow.
Elsa, what did you group? First, second, first, last, first, third.
First, third.
First and third. Okay, she does first and third. I think, yeah, this will work because those share Y's. And then you must have done what? Second and last?
Yes.
Okay, because those share, what do those share? Yeah, but what's the GCF?
3.
3. Okay, so it's gonna work, guys. Elsa went first and third and second and last, okay? You don't have to do that. You could have did what?
First and second?
First and
Last.
second. Yeah, first and second and third and fourth. Because third and fourth share 4, first and second share an x squared. That would work.
Do that.
Alright, take out what here?
X squared.
What's left?
Y
Y squared.
Minus
4y.
4?
Shouldn't it be y squared?
Yeah, you should take out y squared.
Oh, yeah. What am I
Yeah,
doing?
Joe, what do you think?
Sorry. Sorry, what was that? Was that me doing that or was that Nick?
I want mine, it would be.
That
X
was
squared.
Nick.
Oh,
That was
Nick,
Nick.
because
It was
you're
Nick.
doing it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Y squared comes out. X squared minus what?
4.
4. Okay. Plus what?
3.
3 comes out, but I said if it's negative in front, take out a negative. Now, when you divide by -3, be careful. It's what?
X squared.
X squared what?
Minus 4.
Okay. Once again, you should see multiplication. Multiplication with a plus in the middle. The plus separates term plus term, right? Okay. So what do these two terms share?
X squared minus 4.
X squared minus 4. And then when you do that, you take it out in front, you call it your GCF, and then what's left?
Y squared minus 3.
Y squared minus 3. We're not done, says Jay, because Jay recognizes
That
Good job,
perfect.
Jay.
difference of 2 perfect squares. Okay. So you probably said what, Jay, here?
X minus 2, x plus 2.
X minus 2, x plus 2, followed by what?
Y squared minus 3.
Yeah, y squared minus 3. Why is this not factorable?
Because 3 is not a perfect square.
3 is not perfect. Can't do it.
So true.
Now remember when I started, I did that general format and I said you might be confused. Do you feel confused? Now if you go back up and look at the top, where it said A, whatever, AX plus B.
It's easy.
I mean, if you look at it, it will make more sense to you now. This is called factor by what? No.
Grouping.
Grouping. When is it done? When do you do this?
4 terms.
When you have 4 terms. Okay. All right, next up.
That most of
That's happiness. Next, you must factor the difference of and the sum of. See this?
perfect square.
To what?
Perfect cubes.
Oh man.
Okay, guys. Now remember I said algebra 1 taught you to factor. I just retaught it. Well, now you're in algebra 2. Factor by grouping. Algebra 2. Factor perfect cubes. Algebra 2. This is algebra 2 stuff. It's just the next level. So what happens? Well, first of all, if it's perfect squares, it's pretty simple for you, I think. Like if I go like this, x squared minus 64. Not sure why I put these parentheses there.
8.
Okay, how does this one factor out?
X.
X
Plus 8, X minus 8.
X plus 8, x minus 8. Everybody okay with that? What if I would have put a 9x squared there?
3x plus 8, 3x minus
3x plus 8, 3x minus 8. All right. And of course, if you FOIL it out, you will get that, but I'm not going to make you do that. This is called the difference of what?
Perfect square.
Okay, 2 perfect squares. Now we're doing the difference of 2 perfect cubes. Also, starting today, when you see the sum of 2 perfect cubes, the sum of perfect cubes, they are factored. They give you a formula. It's really nice because really, you just follow the formula, you get the answer. All right. Here's what you don't know. You don't know your perfect cubes. You know your perfect squares. 1, 4,
16.
9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, How do you use cubes? Well, you think about it first. I need to know a number that I know the what root? The cube root. So give me a number that I actually know the cube root of.
27.
Okay. Somebody said 27.
7.
What's the cube root of 27?
3.
3 times 3 times 3? Yeah, it's 27. So you know what? 27 actually is a perfect cube. But boy, oh boy, you guys skipped a bunch.
8.
8. Why is 8 a perfect cube?
2.
2 times 2 times 2. Still skip one.
64.
1.
1.
Let's go down, Jay, not out.
We skipped 1. 1 times 1 times 1.
Numbers just going ahead now.
Now let's go the other way.
Trickster.
64.
4, 4, 4. 64.
121,000.
I'm getting a little bit too big. I don't have their time.
100 what?
Just,
Okay.
Kind of succeeded.
Okay. 1, 20, 5, 5, 5, 5.
216.
216.
Hey, no cheating. Put that calculator away.
After 125, they get pretty difficult. So
Yeah.
777.
It's all about how developed your brain is.
Hey guys, we're wasting time. I need your help. I don't need your talk.
343.
343. 888.
512.
999.
729.
729. This one you can do in your head. 10 times 10 times 10.
1,000.
Okay. Now,
Jump break.
okay, here's the deal. This goes on forever. Okay? Goes on forever. But I will tell you this, most math books, tests, quizzes, whatever, you'll see these numbers right here. Up to that. Can you try to remember these 5? Try to memorize them. And then just in your mind, can you kind of think, 216, I remember that. That's a perfect cube. That's perfect, perfect. If you can try to keep this in your memory bank, great. But you really, really, really need to memorize those 5. Okay?
27.
Now, you ready? You're first going to look at the first problem. It says x cubed plus 27.
Don't forget.
Can you mess up?
Okay. What's this right here? What's this?
That's a sum.
Sum or difference?
Sum.
That's a sum.
Um,
Okay. You've got this one. You're going with this. The sum of 2 perfect cubes. Oh, you guys, guess what? I forgot something.
What'd you forget?
I forgot to tell you that x cubed is a perfect cube. Why is that?
X times X.
Because x times x times x. So when you see an x cubed, you should think x cubed is a perfect cube. Is 27 perfect?
Yeah.
Now right now at this point, you should be saying to yourself, sum of 2 perfect cubes, I've got it, I have to factor it, it's a formula, it says right here, this is the answer. Now, here's what I do. First I try to figure out what's this even saying. If this is the perfect cube, then this number is the cubed root of it. If this is a perfect cube, then this number is the the cube root of this. So all I really need to know is this. What's the cube root of that, and what's the cube root of that? What is the cube root of x cubed? What letter times itself 3 times?
X.
X. So you know what? To follow this formula, I know I'm going to put a plus b here. A is the cube root of that. You just told me x. B is the cube root of what? 27.
3.
3. So everywhere I look in this formula, all I do is plop numbers in. What would I plop in for that A? X. What would I plop in for that B? 3. So this would be A plus B? No.
X.
A plus 3. X plus
No.
X plus 3.
X is A. 3 is B. Okay.
Funny guys.
Good?
Yeah.
So guys,
Do you have to memorize that then?
what do you mean? No, here's the deal. Here's the deal. When you get to the test, you are going to memorize this. I'm sorry, you are going to memorize it for the test. But when you get to the semester test, I'll give it to you. Because I think when you're in chapter 5, you need to learn these little formulas. But when you get out of chapter 5 for a while, I'll give you them on the semester test. Okay? Now, good with this, guys? Okay, now the back part is just a trinomial. But it's your a squared. What's your a?
X.
X. So then what do you do to your x?
Square.
Square. I go back here. Now do your b and square it. Plus what?
9.
Yeah, but I'm going to just write it out like the formula says. 3 squared. In the middle, it says take your a times your b. What's this times this?
3x.
Okay, so then I'll write 3x. But be careful when it's the sum of... I hate it when you get up because then that tells me the bell's going to ring. All right, that's a plus, that's a minus, you will have a minus. That's a minus.
How'd you get the minus?
I looked at the formula. The sum of two perfect cubes always has the opposite sign in the middle term. Okay? Now, don't waste your time. This trinomial is not what? Factorable. Do not waste your time.
Class still has 5
Okay.
minutes, guys.
Yeah, you know what, guys? We've only done one, and we're way behind. You've got to hustle now. I'm going to have to speed you up slightly on this one. Usually I would wait and see what you do, but I got to kind of get you going, and that is, when I look at this one, I look at it and go, the first thing I told you to do 4 weeks ago, take out the what?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Divide
so
by
is
8.
that the answer?
That
then?
was the answer, yes. If you follow the formula, you will get the answer, you're done. GCF, what is it? 8 times.
7.
Okay, good? Now, you look inside and you say, I have the difference. Is this perfect? Is this a perfect cube? Is that a perfect cube? Yeah. Okay, now, once you say yes to me, then come over here and tell me, what's the cube root of this one? M. Cube root of 8. 2. Okay? Now you follow the formula you're looking at way up there. Okay? And the formulas are here. Right? Let's go like this. Okay, here I come over here. All right. We're following this one right here. Okay? So you're going to say, whoa, what happened there? Did I lose something? I did.
Yeah, you lost.
I lost it. Right? So then we're going to follow the formula. And the formula, we said A is what? M. B is what? 2. Follow this formula. A minus B. M minus 2 followed by square the A. M squared. And the backside, square the B. Square the 2. In the middle, take the A times the B, get what? 2M. And now the sign is always going to be opposite of that. Plus. You're done. Because it's just a formula. Once you follow the formula, it's pretty simple. Okay? I know the bell's ringing in 3 minutes, but we can get this done because it's not that hard.
Maybe.
What do you think about that one?
Divide by 2.
Don't say divide, say factor out a 2.
Factor out it.
Okay, so here we go. 2 goes up.
What are you guys doing back there?
Help. Okay.
Be quiet.
Let's go. Take out 2, what's left?
125.
125. Yeah.
125.
X
You.
cubed
X cubed.
plus 1. Okay? Now, once you get there, you gotta say, do I have the sum of 2 perfect cubes? Yes or no?
Yes.
125 is perfect, x cubed is perfect, 1's perfect cubes.
Yes.
Then you gotta do this. A and B. Your A is the cube root of your first term.
X.
No,
X. 5x.
5x. Your b is the cube root of 1.
1.
1. In the first one, it's going to be 5x plus 1 times, careful here,
X squared.
you square what?
Oh, you're putting parentheses in.
The 5x. Back here, you square the b. The b is what?
1.
1. In the middle, it's just these two multiplied, right? 5x.
And then
And this has got to be opposite of this, minus. Okay, wait a second. We're not done, because you got to take care of this mess. What is 5x squared?
25.
25x.
25
X squared.
x squared times 5x plus 1 times 2. The orange worksheet, do 1 through 12, and then you're done. Here, run. Orange, 1 through 12 only. Okay. Did you get one? You good, okay?
Trying to get that cap.
Who needs one?
I already got it.
Can I have one of those, Pedro?
I'm still going to be seeing this in basketball.
There's a coincidence.
I did too. That's what I was thinking is that, and then yesterday.
Can't wait
I
to
was
continue
doing-
basketball.
The quiz is next. If you look at your calendar. I need some. And then,
Yeah.
that's probably it. Then we'll just,
I'm sorry.
4 more days left.
You good? Yeah. Going like old lady. I said, oh.
Oh, did I miss you? Sorry. So where are you going today? EGF? You gonna take down the greenway?
It's a perfect university.
JV Garson, okay. And you'll play JV?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh.
Did last time with the last one.
And then we didn't do 27. And they kind of said don't do 20. Alright, so I was missing nobody in period 6. Who was I missing in your class? There's 2 of us. Okay. I don't remember his name. Alec, who's gone? Was Josh in? Josh is right next to me, he sits left.
Oh, yes, it
Yes, yes. Marcus was
is. Just go.
This guy, you're a senior, right?
Yeah.
That's why you don't know a lot of these kids.
Yeah.
A lot of them are juniors.
I have this.
Oh, but what about the other worksheets, like this one? Oh, did you? Oh, then I probably gave you a poor score, because this wasn't on. So you're telling me yesterday you gave me 2 out of 3?
You gave me this yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is yesterday you handed in this and the station.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is coming in. Gotcha. Why is this coming in late? Well, it is. Were you sick one day? Oh, okay, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Absent. Huh?
It wasn't like.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I can't remember. I can't remember the story of everybody. Even though you think I can, I can't. Yeah.
I don't miss things. I don't get how to work with this. I got phosphorus.
Okay. do?
I got negatives and I don't know why you got positives.
So you're saying this minus this is this. Did I have positive 9? And this? Positive, positive, positive. Did I have all these positive?
I think so.
Okay, then whoever did the key went this way. They went this minus this, this minus this, this minus this. They're going this way. And then they're getting opposite numbers as you. It doesn't matter which way you go. It's just if you're gonna go this way, which I do all the time. I always go left minus right, left minus right. I go this way. So then I get your numbers, right? Okay, and it didn't happen, so it's not what?
It's not first.
It's not first, it's not linear. Okay, so then I do it again. This minus this. This minus this. And I don't think it works, to be honest.
Isn't it only six?
Okay, this minus this. It's plus 3. So this is negative 6, right? This minus this. That's plus 0. This minus this. That's plus 6. This minus this. That's plus 21.
Is it okay if we sit in here? There's a class in the lab.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, I probably can go into Nelson's room.
This would be, I think, yeah. And this minus this is 18.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
going to
I'll-
go find a student, so I'll be back.
Okay, so I'll finish the conversation and I'll be ready to back.
And I wrote down.
So this minus this is negative 6. This minus this is negative 6. They're all negative 6s.
Look at it, look at it.
Oh no, I don't see what I was watching the notes last night. Pretty sure. You said to get rid of the Y's.
I said, no, I said,
Yeah.
Or did you say
don't
get
pay,
rid
I
of
said, don't
X's?
pay attention to X's.
Well, then I might have probably did something wrong.
Okay, just, when you look at a table, you don't even care about the X's. You just care about the
But I was
Y's.
thinking that you said the Y's, not the X's.
So
I
like,
did those wrong.
well, yes, in the notes, the table was written this way, so then I crossed out, I should have crossed out the left column. Cause these would be the Y's then. I don't know what I did, to be honest.
Are you sure?
But yeah, this
like
this one I
someone
think,
wrote
That's
like,
what I
okay,
tried.
8
She might
minus
have just
2
tried it
is,
once then.
no, 8 minus
I did
I don't remember. I don't have it anymore, so you can't pull it up.
wonder.
I think that's what
I
I
don't
did on
remember.
the other.
Yeah, that would mess a lot of things up.
Anyway, no, because
And you foiled all this out. And I,
don't know if I.
well, they could be, and I wish. No. Mm. You're not here.
Did you finish?
I
Oh,
got
really?
it.
You have really pretty hair.
The 4x minus the
Really,
negative.
really.
I got
Yeah, we actually, like, she just like texted us right now, like, we actually like talked to him on video and like texted him with. So I don't know, I'm not sure.
After I. You guys do. Oh, I see a problem. Okay, you got this minus this minus this plus this, right? Okay, these are called like terms. Negative 2x minus 3x. And it looks like you somehow changed them to exclude. So really these two together just make it
Okay, wait, I did talk to
plus 6. The way I see it, I don't know, here's the
I don't know how, I don't have
Okay,
like,
square
like any of this, no.
plus 6 times x plus 1.
Using the quadratic formula, it's like divided by, and that would be divided
Now,
by
you have
18.
to foil that. And then, see, that's where I am. Right? Okay, so what, then I go, see that x right there? I go x times x cubed squared is x cubed. X times negative 5x.
Wait, I'm gonna go talk to Harris.
You with me? And then that x times 6 is.
Wait, what'd you get on that one summary?
A 0 out of 15.
Why did I-
Why? I don't know, so I'm gonna go find out.
Like when do not.
Yeah, I did the one, yeah, then I did the one. 1 times x squared is x squared. 1 times,
Oh, did you like?
oh, I know what I did. I went x squared here times this, x squared times this. Then I went -5x times this, -5x times this, 6 times this, and 6 times this. See, there's just different orders you put in. I know you did. Well, what you did this term, you added them, and you got -5 right there. And then somehow your x terms just turned into x squared term.
I feel like that had access to.
Hmm.
I don't know why I did it there. I don't know. I think I did this this morning.
So you got a 6x here, to -2x there, to -4x. Yeah. All right.
So on the things sheet.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, when you were at this point, did you take this x, and this, and this? Then what did you do? Oh, yep, you took that x, then that. Oh, now I see what you're doing. Oh, okay. Yes, this is right. Yes, this is right. This is all right. 1 times x squared is x squared. This is all good. This is good. Okay. Now, nothing's wrong. Okay, this is an x squared. Okay, so now let's add up your x squared terms. There we go. Negative 2x squared, 3x squared, -5x squared, plus 1, -5x. Oh, you did it later. You did it later. Right here. These two make -4. You got the x term. So here, let's run 6x. Take away 2x. What's that? And take away 3x. Yeah. Let's see. This one's been here. Let's do that. Oh, guess who did it wrong? I did. Look, what's 6x take away 5x? It's 1x, isn't it? Plus 1x. You had it right, I had it right. Okay. Okay, so now, go to 22. Yes, please. Well, the word is.
Said I didn't turn it in. So
Basically, for the most part,
I have to redo my diary.
this was just an x. So you're gonna factor take all the GCF to an x. Right, like just like this. So x comes out in front. What's that?
Wait. Did you times square?
I got x to the 4,
Oh yeah, that's not 10 squared.
because if you take an
Is it
x
just
out
10?
of 5x.
Yeah, because I can't.
Or
Or
it's
it's
like
like
a 4
a
now.
2x.
Yeah.
And just
Okay, then
Wait.
you look inside and you see the difference. Are these perfect squares? 4 times 4 is 16. Is that a perfect square? What times what?
How do you do these?
Is it x squared? X squared. So perfect square minus perfect square, this factors in 2 more values, right?
State the number of real and imaginary solutions.
2 times 2 is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like it's done, we just don't know.
Oh, I don't even know.
No, it's difference of two perfect squares, it's always the square root of this, or x squared times x
Oh,
squared.
they're doing this one
Square root of
yesterday.
this, with a flip.
Yeah, you were gone
Oh,
yesterday, okay?
negative times negative is not negative.
Is that more goes
Gold one.
like this?
The inside of this one, is this the difference?
It's not, let me put your sketch again.
For this one, you use the discriminant,
Difference means minus,
cause the real
Is that a difference?
solutions.
Yeah, because it just wants to know the number.
is x
But then
squared perfect?
imaginary.
Is it a perfect square? X times x.
Because if it's not real, it's
Or perfect.
imaginary. Like, there's still answers, it's just imaginary.
So this one splits
So,
into
Just, if it has two real solutions, it's
two
two.
more.
If it has
You're gonna
zero
keep your two
real
X's.
solutions, then they're
You're
imaginary.
gonna put your x
That's just to show,
Wait a
don't worry
minute.
about that part.
plus 4 back
Are we gonna have to do that on the quiz?
No, it's the same thing, it means the same thing.
times, and then you're done. Then you're all done. That's the
Is that
hardest
four
problem
minus
on the
six?
worksheet. If you ask
That's
me.
it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Squared minus 4ac.
Okay, now this one is
It's five,
real
so do
easier
they go
because you
together
just take
separate?
out the GCF. And then what it is the trinomial.
And it's negative in
The
front.
trinomials, they factor into like x plus 4 times x minus 9.
So this is imaginary.
This one, same thing, you get
There you go.
something out in front.
And then you just start up here and then look at your zeros and see how you go. I'm gonna go.
Oh, yes.
That one?
Maybe I figured.
Well, 0, negative 1, 5 are your zeros, multiple to 1, 1, okay. Okay, that's all good. Then you wanna say, okay, end behavior, x times x is x cubed, positive. Okay. Oh, but you know it's what? Down on them? Down on. So right about there go up, right about there go down. Okay, what's it doing between your zeros? Well, multiplicity is 1, 1, 1, so you go through it. Through it. And through it. Okay. How high you go and how low you go. That's where you have to come up with some x values.
But then it didn't make sense.
Slide.
It's the one I got.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you try 1, you're right here.
Yeah, but then it's one real solution.
112. So kind of, that one makes sense, because you're going up,
Apart from that one.
right? But when you
These
want
ones,
to
you
try
still need to multiply together.
between
Standard form is all, FOIL it out.
Yeah.
This
Then,
one,
try a number in between.
That's what we
this
did.
zero.
the day that all the principals were in there.
This is one, negative. Negative 2, negative 3, negative 4.
So you start by making a sketch like we have
Oh,
been
you-
doing. No, these ones.
Oh, okay,
You
that's
need to
good.
FOIL it out.
So, 1,
You started them right, but you need to FOIL it out. Did you finish watching the notes after I left?
okay. So I said it was 2.
Okay, that's what you needed to do once I left. What did you do instead?
Oh, yeah, I did.
So
This
what
is 0,
write
this
it
is
down.
negative 1, so I'll try negative 0.5.
Well, this is.
And that,
the
it's hard to. I think it's
So you just need to take these two,
1 and a
foil them
quarter,
together.
1 and a third or
I'm
something.
gonna FOIL it with that. So you're gonna.
And here's my
use
answer.
the paper.
You see, you want to look?
Mhm.
All of it. Are these right? Okay, so I like you just say one real solution, two real.
This stuff? Oh, just follow the formula.
Well, I mean,
I mean, it's just, that's all.
Do I take out negative?
Wait,
Do you have graphs?
language, because, I mean, you
Go
could
check on
if
that
you
top
want
shelf
to.
over there.
The only thing you factor out a negative one
Do you want me
is
to
if
get
you
to
want,
that one?
like, what's
Yes.
inside to be positive. I would just go right here. You have the difference. So, 2 plus 2. What did I go down to?
Am I done?
You're done, yeah. I told you that all these trinomials are unfactorable. Don't waste your time.
So write those on your piece of paper.
Yep, don't waste your time. I mean, you, well, first of all, let's take you can try if we, I mean, I'm just saying, 10 times 10 is 100, 10 plus 10 is 20. 4 times 20 is 100, 4 plus 20 is 24. Wanna try?
Take your first two parentheses and FOIL them together.
Okay, so here, is this a perfect cube, is this a perfect cube? Okay, so then you should probably know what your A's and B's are, right? So what's your A and what's your B?
Alright.
Now write your second parentheses.
Not just two. You know, two X.
Rewrite your last set of parentheses.
One, there you go.
Which is the
And then you just
matrix.
all of this.
Put that first thing in
Well,
parentheses.
Negative X.
There's no GCF. 27 goes in 27, but
This
then.
one.
No, this one.
9 goes in here.
Yeah, but you go up two.
Yeah.
And then
So
you
you're
go.
done. So what's your A? What's your A? What's your
Oh,
B?
down, yeah. And then is this one just a straight line? Yes. So it's
A and B are cube roots, so they're like, what number cubed is 27? 3x, right? Isn't 3x and 3x and 3x this? And then what
Is this
is this?
one the, like this
If you
is the
kept your
line
list.
and this is the.
If you kept your list, 5 times 5 times 5 is this, 260 is 666,
Yeah, that one's a verb.
343
Yeah.
is 7 times 512 is 88.
Yeah. That's good.
So now, you see it's plus,
That's it.
all of this one, 8 plus 1. You already know your A's and your B's. Wait a minute, do it. You keep going to the next one, I just want to watch you do it. Try something. So you're following this formula.
Look at this problem. Two lines. Oh, two parabolas.
Why are you doing 8
It's
times?
the same thing.
Oh, you're taking the A and the B? Yeah, 24x, I guess, right? And of course okay, you took this 3x and you squared it, but you didn't square everything. It's the value of A is x, you square it. 3x times 3x is 9x squared.
I would write these as two separate parentheses, so.
Yeah, you have to, 'cause it's 3x times
Then you
3x.
know how you have
I mean, if you can do
squared.
that in your head,
Right, it's two separate parentheses, and then you can fill it out.
8x times 3x.
What are you doing?
9x.
Finding the vertex.
Now, if you can do that in your head, do it, but if you can't, just write it out. Yeah. Now, if you match it to
That's just
those,
numbers.
you get
Wait, what
27.
two ones do you use instead of finding the vertex?
And then when
What?
you start multiplying, everything cancels. Well,
You
everything
just use
cancels
these two.
except for this 8 times 2.
That's what I meant.
So the first and the first don't cancel out. Last and the last don't cancel out. Everything just cancels. And then if you flip.
When graphing, can you just use these two lines?
If
Like
you
the
wanna
3 and
try,
2?
Yeah.
No.
if you
You
wanna
have
try
to
to get
figure
the
out
other
the
two, are the other
vertex.
Yeah,
six.
it's like a parabola, it's all
Um,
vertex and then the sides.
Yeah, but my vertex is
Well, it's,
1.5
see, this is
and negative
nothing but
8.75.
back,
So just
but it's
estimate.
to the next level.
So like round it to 2 and round it to 1.
No, just on your graph,
This is
point
yours.
as close as you can.
Oh.
Remember, this is kind of what I told you. GCF first, it was 2 curvy squares. And then is it a triangle? So GCF is first every time. This one for sure. You got a 2 and a. Then you write nothing there. Okay. Now you know it. I'm sorry about it. Oh, then you look. It is. And you look at 2 terms. Is it the difference of 2 terms? Yep. Check. These are kind of weird. I want to show you something. Is there a GCF? No. Does something go to 16? 16 goes to 16. Not 8.
Look,
8?
this is so wrong, look at this.
4, not 8. 2,
Let me
not
see
8.
the equation.
Now just,
Let me see the equation.
is this the difference of two perfect squares? Yes? Is this the difference? Yep. Is this perfect? Should I do that? No.
Cause
What
it's
is
negative
160?
b on the second one. So you should have negative 1.5 right
No,
there.
just, you almost have
So that second vertex you
4
found, you accidentally just did b instead of
squared.
negative b.
times 4x squared is 16x
okay.
squared. So you're right, it's 4x squared minus what? Times,
Can I take it tomorrow morning?
If you're ready.
well, you backtrack. You already took, you already said no.
So it's just
So
like
these
this
are my
over
notes.
the
They're not
y
trying.
axis, so it's good like that?
Well, look inside, and
It's
look
not
inside,
weird.
do you want again?
Did you refine your vertex, your y?
You go back to this one again.
Cause that negative is gonna change your y.
Okay, keep going, I'm still recording. Yeah, I gotta quit recording, or else it's never gonna. If it goes over an hour, it doesn't wanna go on YouTube for some reason.